Zack, stop cussing. Hi, YouTube. It's us again. It's Drew. It's Tyler. Zack. Jackson Line getting a hot dog. He's so mad he's hungry. You already got your hot dog.
Is this a hot dog?
Yeah,
I'm not really sure. I
don't know what it is. We're not doing free shout-outs to them, but shout-out to Friends of Cole. They're sponsoring our last rapid reaction from Nashville after Kentucky lost to Florida in the quarterfinal. A fourth straight Friday loss for the Cats. Script was a lot like the first two Florida games. An early lead kind of gave Florida a cushion, got them some momentum, but Kentucky played well for a lot of the rest of the game, including at the very end, almost a miraculous comeback. What'd they get it to, 5? 6? 5? It was weird. I went to the bathroom when it started, and they had a TV on in there, and I just couldn't move, so I watched like a minute and a half in there. But the comeback effort fell short. Florida was just too much for the Cats. That front court is massive.
We're going to do it at the same time. Sorry.
We're timing their taste test here.
Yeah.
You'll be happy about something.
Yeah, also, they didn't pay for that. So, shout out Parlour Pizza. We're going to talk about pizza also. Should we go into a player of the game, get our shout outs out of the way? Do we have a player out of the game?
Yeah,
Mo? Yeah. I was kind of thinking Colin Chandler because he's like that mayhem guy. I feel like that dude is just getting beat up at the SEC tournament. Last year he's bloody. This year he's bloody. But we're going with Mo Diabate. Big game for him. Go to Parlour Pizza. We're going back to Lexington soon. We might see you there. Hot Honey Pepperoni. Might watch Selection Sunday there. Who knows? But here in Nashville, I'm trying to get it back on track here. I'm throwing off ball. The glizzies around. Tyler Thompson, we're smiling, and it's a beautiful day, but it does stink that the weekend of the SEC tournament will not include Kentucky.
Yeah, I mean, I came down here this morning talking about how this was like a house money game for Kentucky. Even if they lost, I think Kentucky fans could feel okay about how they did this week. But, Kentucky kept it close. They got it to 5, just like they did in the other two games. But I'm bummed, man. I don't know if it's just how that game went, the rebounding, 50-29 of Florida's favor. All of the big shots in the second half. I mean, I just...
Checking the mic. We're on fire here. Mic check. So, yeah, that was fun. We're really killing it here today. I'll keep talking. You good?
Yeah, I guess.
Did you have There you go.
But, yeah, I'm still bummed about it. I can't really feel good about this. Kentucky Florida led every single second of every single game against Kentucky this year, and that is depressing.
How about Todd Golden saying that into the camera, too? You know he wanted to get that fact out.
I hate him. He's a terrible... I don't like him. Oh, we're still going?
Yeah, what do you think about
Todd
Golden into the camera?
I probably should leave those comments for private conversations because I'm not a big fan of Todd Golden at all. He was like jawing with Mark Pope and Ortega Owe while the game was happening, and that led to Ortega Owe's technical foul there at the end. Like, yeah, he's just annoying. There's other things about him out there that are pretty, easy, kind of low-hanging fruit jokes to make, so we won't make those. But he's just a goober, and I don't like him at all. But yeah, it's tough to lose.
Regret that one day.
Huh?
I hope you don't have to regret that one day.
There.
That's fine, whatever.
I got nothing bad to say about Todd Golden. Just if you're watching.
He's a goober. He still is. But, yeah, it was a tough – I mean, man, Kentucky – I don't know what's the name of that river over there, Drew? Do you know?
Cumberland.
The Tennessee River. Kentucky could be standing over top of it and couldn't throw a rock into it. That's how poor they were shooting the basketball today. Something about this arena is just, I don't know what the final stat is for their 3 games here shooting threes.
If you add in Gonzaga, 24.5% from 3.
It is a little awkward. No, we're good.
Yeah.
What was it again, Tyler?
24.5% from 3, if you include the Gonzaga game in December.
That is absolutely terrible. So it's tough. The one key to this game was to try and hit 10 threes. They went 3 or 4 of whatever it was. It was just horrendous. 18-8 on the offensive glass. Kentucky, that's really where the game was lost. Florida turned the ball over 18 times. Kentucky scored 18 points off of those, and it didn't feel like the game was ever even close, even when Kentucky was trying to make that push. Almost like an identical 1-for-1 of what happened 6 days ago in Lexington with how the whole game played out. With the early run from Florida, Kentucky pushes it back. Then Florida goes on a massive run, and then Kentucky tries to ease it in at the very end. And it was just... Man, it's a tough basketball game to watch. Poor Ortega Owe was brutal for this game as well. So, I don't know. Jack, do you want to try this real quick and just
Do we want to?
Let's try it real quick. So this is the soda sausage. This has got soda in it. It smells disgusting. Cheers.
Glizzy cheer. How is it?
It tastes like it's got soda in it. It tastes like a sugary... I don't know. Do you want to try the other end?
I have no interest in trying that.
All right. That's
good. That was us. That was us talking hot dogs.
Lady in the Trampet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get us all on track here. Talk a little basketball. Get us focused. You brought up Mo Diabate and the poor shooting. How about there for a moment? Mo Diabate was 2 for 2 from 3, and the rest of the team, did he get to 0 for 12 or was it 0 for 11? I know it was 0 for 11 at one point. Luckily, Chandler got one there late. Aberdeen got one, but when you're playing the regular season champ and Mo Diabate is the only person that's hit a three-pointer 75% through the way of the game, that in itself is a problem, in addition to everything else that went wrong.
If only there was a way to get some early shots up and, get yourself more physically ready, mentally ready, get the sight lines and all that stuff. If you're going to shoot as poorly as you do, 25% in the last 4, I guess, 5, however many it is up to this point, just might as well not take advantage of extra shooting opportunities. Low-hanging fruit, I know it, but, what else are you going to do? I'm devastated. I really am. I told myself I wouldn't get to this point because just how good. Just how good.
There he is.
Just how good Florida is. They're an absolute wagon. I am probably going to put them as my national champion when we write the brackets on Sunday. But just to be as close as Kentucky was and be 2 made shots away from winning that basketball game in terms of just the momentum and the time. Trent Noah, if he hits both of those threes, Kentucky wins the game. We in terms of the momentum, we were right there, and to execute the game plan in so many ways, defensively especially, and then come up just short and just get destroyed on the glass, not be able to make a single shot. I don't know if I would have preferred a blowout loss. Like, I'm tired of the moral victories, man. Like, 3 straight single-digit losses doesn't do anything for me. It sucks. I'm really sad.
Yeah, I know Florida's better and we're an underdog, but this is Kentucky's tournament, and we're all going to be going home, and Kentucky will once again not even be a part of the conversation. We haven't played for a championship in this city since 2017. We're almost coming up on a decade.
I was in middle school then.
You were in middle school in 2017?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Had no idea about that. So that's not fun. I will say, as Jack was noting, Florida is a wagon, and I was standing outside their locker room. When they came out before the game, they were on fire. They were loose. There was no, limping into this or that time off. We were hoping they'd kind of get a little rusty from their last game. They played loose. I think they foul a lot. In fact, I think a couple of those.
And they also travel every single time, especially Alex Condon. You could walk to that Tennessee River, whatever we're going to call it. Buddy, he travels every single time he touches the basketball.
Condon hip checked, body slammed, whatever hockey move. Poor Cam Williams, got up and was starting limping. I was like, man, pick the one guy that just broke his foot to try and body slam into the side. No foul call.
Cam was so kind. He was like, well, I think we can all agree that was not a basketball play. I was like, oh, you're such a sweetheart. But it wasn't. That was dirty and garbage.
Also with traveling, I noticed earlier in the game, Todd Golden told the ref to call a travel, and then he did, and that's when I knew we were in trouble. When Todd is already in the officials' heads, they were shushing Mark Pope, and then he would shush, and then Todd would tell the ref to do their job, and it was just not a good situation from the jump. Tyler, why is Florida allowed to have all those gigantic human beings? They should not have that many people of that size that be able to play like that together.
I mean, they just kept coming. And just the rebounds, it felt like they got every ball on the glass, and it just got so frustrating. And, I don't want to use the F word, but even if Kentucky was fatigued, you shouldn't get beat that hard on the glass. I mean, it just felt like every shot at the rim wasn't going in. Every rebound was Florida. Oh, Dr. Mike, make us feel better. Yeah, it's a rough day. It's just, it kind of feels like, people have said it before, Florida is now Kentucky, what Kentucky used to be, and there were moments where it just felt like that today, and that's what I was scared of coming into today, and it's brutal, man.
And tonight we got to watch Arkansas. We don't have to do it. I probably won't. You got that whole thing going on.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we can. We got Selection Sunday coming up. We can look forward to that. We thinking 7. Is that the likely move?
I think so.
And didn't really do much to change that.
Miami, Ohio, first round. Please, God. Probably. Yeah. That's what I'll predict.
Do you all have any, especially whoever's traveling? I guess we'll decide that when we know the spot. But of the locations, do you all have a preference?
I mean, St. Louis would be awesome.
St.
I feel
Louis,
like
make it
it's a
easy.
close drive for pretty much anybody in Kentucky.
Well, this is a good example. The Western Kentucky guy here. We come in strong when he gets in our area. In St. Louis, that's a very easy drive for us. I would like that one too. But we'll find that out on Sunday, Selection Sunday. That's 2 days from now, and we're not playing basketball in that gap where everyone else is. That's really fun for us. This has been a fun rapid reaction. If you all want to come watch other teams, go to SeatGeek. Use promo code KSR10 if you want to come watch Arkansas. Maybe you can get in the second half of Tennessee Vandy. That looked like fun. That was weird when Tennessee fans were coming in and we were leaving. I thought we were going to have some problems. They were doing some jawing and we're crying on our way out. But
they got booed hard on the way in, too, by the Kentucky fans. Probably the Florida fans, too, actually. I think it was a collective booing from the entire crowd that was left when Tennessee came on the floor. So shout out to everyone that hates Tennessee. You're good at my heart.
We can unite in that.
It's a great way to end it. Shout out to everyone that hates Tennessee. We're obviously very sad. We're going to turn this off, go write a little more, and then we're going to go home.
I'm going to throw this in the garbage.
Yeah, I want to throw a lot of things in the garbage that I just watched in there. Bye.